Hello everyone, this is Gustavo Mendes, and today I'm going to show you an example of a Watchfolder workflow using Loki Tube. So I have Loki Tube open here, and I have already created a preset that includes two DVOs, so grain GT and dry clean. So I can open here on select DVOs, and I have both of them here, along with an export setting that I'm not changing anything because I want to use the source name, output folder already selected within the preset, and everything else is going to stay same as source, but I'm exporting ProRes 422 instead. So I'm reducing the DPX folder that I'm going to run into something smaller, for example, for editorial. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to import one quick file so we can see what the image is. So I'm going to go to my test renders, Loki, DPX scans. Going to open this sequence here real quick. And you can see that this is part of a TV commercial, really old TV commercial. And I'm just going to do a CRF, change this to 18. I'm just going to render a quick preview of 25 frames using that preset. So here we're running dry clean plus grain GT. And if we do this, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And if I play back the files, you can see here that on the right side, we have the clean version of the file, and on the left side, the one that's the original. And we can see that there's a little bit of a blemish right around here. Let me see. Yes, right there. So you can see here. So this was cleaned up by dry clean, and we can also see if I change my mode here to split, that we also removed some of the digital noise that we had there. So actually in this case, I mean, it's been scanned, but it was basically film grain initially. So what I'm going to do is, if this is all good to go, I have my DVOs, I have my selection. What I'm going to do is I created a watch folder right here that looks for the folders, uses this specific preset, outputs to the specific folder, and every time it completes a folder, moves to this completed folder. And if anything fails, goes to here. I'm not going to append anything to the files. I'm going to process subfolders. So if I click here on enabled, we're going to turn it on. And if we go to queued, you're going to notice that a bunch of files are going to start appearing. So it's basically looking for files now that I have it on. So as you can see, we're starting to run the job, and it's just going to process every single file. And what happens is it puts all the files right here. So if I go into my hard drive, I'm going to go to my Loki 2 folder, and I'm going to go to, for example, my output scans. And this is the very first file. And as we can see, it's running it. So if I open it, I can double click, and we have the first file with dry clean and grain GT cleaning up the noise or the film grain, along with fixing any blemishes included in the file. And it's just going to keep running. And every time it finishes that, we can go to our completed folder and see that it's moving the DPX sequences right here. So thank you very much for watching this video. And if you have any questions, go to filmworkz.com and also use our tool Juno to answer any questions related to workflows.